Politricks, but this is therapy. Now, recently you might have heard about a 3-year-old boy losing his life. His name is Kamai Williams. The other individual is Tavares Stevens. Both of them are from Hanover, a place called Cascade. Now, just recently, a couple days ago, you hear me do a video. I'm telling you, say, at the same 87 them, are stray from parish to parish. Even though enough times the things happening in one parish, the man them are do it come from a different one. Oftentimes a neighboring one. That is what happened in this case. You see, the police already mentioned that they suspect it's a reprisal. But I'll give you a little more detail. It's a nationwide, by the way. Right, remember the police post was talking about it. I'm going to play a small clip, right, just so you understand where I'm coming from. But this place, Cascade, Hanover, quiet place usually, right, not too much going on. But every now and then, right, a little incident jump off, and this time things got really spooky. You see, if you know how Jamaica set up, if you know how your parishes them laid out, you would have known say St. James and Hanover are neighbour. Hanover is the quiet place where enough man from Mobay will lay low. Hanover, because of the fact say not too much go on in some of the communities them, especially the more rural one them, right? The one them tuck in the the little nook and cranny. At them place enough man go hide out. And in this instance, some of the people them who are lay low in Hanover are associated with Waltham Bad Breed. Yes, the Mobay gang. One of the major gangs in Mobay in St. James. I'm going to play a clip. This is coming from a member of the JCF. I want you to listen up closely. Let me get back to you.
The persons who were shot back in March of this year, I must say, still in the hospital, has been readmitted in the hospital, and so we are surmising that this response by the attackers last night was in response to he being readmitted, might have aggravate some anger in some persons who have influence in this space to be carrying out this attack against a location and persons who were alleged to have committed that shooting against that man back in March of this year.
So you mentioned retaliation for somebody who was injured and them back in the hospital. That youth is associated with Waltham Bad Breed. After them go down Hanover, right, set up place, right, then cool out spot, right, them start all bar down there. Them get in a dispute with the man them from Hanover, local youth them. Right. Now, you have people in the community, right? Man way start scam, make them money. You know it go already. Once man start make them money, them not in a talk. So the Waltham Bad Breed man them, right, and local Hanover man, right, local Cascade man, get in a dispute. So you know them thing they go already. Within no time, gun pop off, a man get shot. That youth end up in the hospital. He nearly lose him life, but him survive. It look like say he's still having complications, so him still right in and out of the hospital. That's what you hear the police officer mention. Say because he might go back in the hospital, it like recharge the man them to get some kind of retaliation. But a long time, them won't get back at the Hanover man them. But because a couple weeks passed off, it look like say the people in my Cascade started to get comfortable because everybody did a look out for retaliation once them hear say a Waltham Bad Breed link. 1 week passed, 2 weeks passed, and it already people start push out them head again, start sitting back on the corner again. But the Bad Breed man them were lurking. And it look like them have them sources in the community want make them know say the youth, right, who shot them link was back in the community. Now the police they mentioned say according to them intel, the youth hasn't been back in the community since him shoot him. Right. it look like say Walter and Bad Breed either get different intel or in the business. Now people in the community actually noticed the Axio because the Axio the man them pull up in a right and do the shooting. But when people not directly involved in a things, they often assume say, well, even though this look kinda spooky, it not nothing to do with me. And the man where them have issue with down there say right now. So even though people notice the car, some of them just carry on as normal. Car circle back round, next thing be a shot start fire. When the smoke clear, I'm say the youth named Tavares lose film life. Look a 3-year-old boy, Kamai, lost his life as well. 3 years old. None of the people them who were shot or killed were the target. The man of them gopher wasn't even on the spot. But we're talking about Walter and Bad Breed. We're talking about one of your favorite Jamaican gangs. They don't care. If them circle around long enough and can't see where them come for, them now left empty-handed. So, 3-year-old. I notice that there's not much outrage surrounding this. I look at one post here and a one post there. But the national outrage simply isn't there. We've seen cases before, right, where your favorite Jamaicans act like they're so stunned that them can't believe it and we must all come together to stop this madness. You see, there's not much hoopla surrounding Kamai Williams, like a 3-year-old boy. Because the public, right, needs certain things to happen before them get outraged. They need to see a couple of them favorite celebs post it. They need to see it all over, right, the biggest pages. That's when, right, the public get outraged. Otherwise, them read it, they're like, 3-year-old dead, them look around, look left, look right, look left again, look right. Oh, no bad now, make no bad night. Alright, in the business, you know. You see, most of the outrage for your favorite Jamaican is fake. Most of the outrage you see is just FOMO. F-O-M-O, fear of missing out. Right, them people that make nice and them want make nice too. They don't actually care about the innocence, because we've heard that before. People lose them life. I'm upset because the innocence, how much more innocent can you get than a 3-year-old? Right. So we know say a unicorn need that. 3 years old. 3-year-old I pick up rounds, right, in a feud where I have nothing to do with them. How much more innocent they can go? What, 2-year-old? 1-year-old? Baby pan breast? And even the other youth who lose him life never have nothing to do with it. But we know the culture already. Circle the block, right? If you can't see them, well, they'll start with up some people. So Walter and Bad Breed, even though they're mostly associated with Mobay, them have car, they're mobile. They can go in other parishes, other communities, launch attacks and make it back to their communities. These youths are so confident that they can cross the border, right, with heavy weapons, right, do what they do and reach back home safe and sound. You don't tell me you hear them talk about things now because some places they must say, oh, he cross state borders and it's like the biggest thing when time a criminal go cross the border or do something. In Jamaica that normal. Man just go from parish to parish, shoot where them a shoot. Man live at town and get contract hit for man. We live all the way at CHlLD and him drive go CHlLD with him gun them, do the shooting and then drive back in yard. All in a day's work. So look out for further retaliation. Because I saw them thing I go. Remember say the person who them go for wasn't even there. And now people are gonna start looking and say, well, I don't know the man them in things and so the man them can do, but I don't do back. That's how the culture set up. Walter and Bad Breed been around for a long time. Gone to the people in place, can set up bar. A matter of fact, in the bar, right, certain song can't even play. Remember the video I did recently, right, about Dante, right, and Sosa. Them kind of thing they make to this day. Certain songs from your favorite artists can't play in a no business establishment that is associated with Walter and Bad Breed. Complete madness. 3 years old. And this will not even be a 3-day story. Just another one. Another child slain in the madness of Jamaican street violence. Senseless killing. Anyway, Patreon squad, big up on yourself. PIA, you don't know, more life. Ultra squad, stay circling. Bless.